Yes, hello, my good friends. I remain your humble Mr. Lawrence Chikezie. Um, right now, I want to talk about this issue of electoral reform. Yes, that's this good friend, a good guy. They call him Randy Peters. He's been on social media. He's a very funny guy. He does so many things on the social media. But this time around, he has taken this mantle of bringing up the awareness of this electoral reform in Nigeria. And he took his campaign to the National Assembly and all to talk to the Speaker of the House of the National Assembly. He also took his campaign to the NAS, the Senate, to the Senate House. And I think he has demanded that the National Assembly should come forth and begin to do something about these electoral laws and the electoral reform. And I think Nigerians and the youth should come out and support this guy. People should come out and, occupy the National Assembly if they don't do something. If they don't do something about this electoral reform. Because if there was anything that cost Nigerians their true mandates, whether they like it or not, was about the interpretation of the electoral laws by the Supreme Court. So we want to right now demand the National Assembly to come forward and really come out and interpret properly on how the electoral law should be handled. We don't want the court, every time that an election is carried out in Nigeria, the court to come forward to be defining, interpreting what who wins the election or who did not win an election. We want our A to be A and let our B to be B. And the only people that can do that properly is the National Assembly. The lawmakers at the National Assembly, they should be the one that will come forward and really, authentically define and make that law of how our elections should be conducted. And I think that it is proper that we should stop doing our presidential elections first before any other election. The presidential election should be done last if we really want to get things in order. With the other elections that should be carried out should be used as a way of, looking at where errors would occur and how to get it right. We should start from the local government election, then we move to the senatorial elections, then before we move down to the presidential elections. From local government to the from the National Assembly down to the governor, then from the governorship election, then to the presidential election. That should be a better sequence for we to be able to get our things right in Nigeria in terms of elections. So I am supporting Randy Peters in this call on this challenge that he's doing, and I'm also calling the youths in Nigeria to come forth and begin to support this man, support Randy Peters in this reform demand that he's making. So youths should occupy the National Assembly if they don't get it right. Occupy the lawmakers, occupy the NAS building if they refuse to do something about this issue. The youth in Nigeria, you should do that in peace. Take your protest in peace like the way Randy Peters is going about it, and occupy the National Assembly if they don't do something about it. To get our democracy proper is to get our electoral reform to be done properly. Let our electoral laws be put in place properly so that we know what is one and what is two. We do not need the Supreme Court or the High Court to come forward to be interpreting anything for us. We want our democracy, our leaders to be determined by the democratic process, which is by the people, and for the people. Thank you, and God bless you all.